Do co-host for the evening is the lovely and talented Queen Fiend in the building. Look at it. She just looked like she wanna just give it away. Just and up next, man, we got my dude, man. Been following this guy for a long time. Definitely doing his thing on the Christian rap scene. Is that the proper
genre?
is that
title?
the proper
Um, uh, I guess.
yeah.
Because Christian does.
Right,
Christian does.
right,
Just
right.
have to be doing hip hop.
Right, that's what it is. My man Tornado 418.
Yeah.
Team 418. I love the
Team
hat, bro.
418.
In the building,
Team
man.
418.
Welcome back to Baltimore Flava Radio. It's been a minute.
Thank you for having me.
He was
back.
talking about the steps at the old spot
Yeah.
he was at.
All those steps going up
Yeah,
there.
I used to
man.
dread
It's crazy.
that every Friday, man. I was like, oh my God, it's about 40 steps to go up, man.
It's all good. I got
Man,
my little workout in.
It's definitely been a minute since we've had you on, man, and like it's been a lot that's been like your plate is overstuffed now, man, because you've just been not only in the studio doing stuff, but like I see a ministry in you now, and that's kind of growing, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm not talking any particular thing you're doing. I'm talking about the ministry there.
Well, it's definitely
With
it's just been a growth, man. It's just been growth, and you go from when I was here a while ago to now, man. It's just been a humbling experience, to be where I was and to see how far I am and how I'm traveling so much and all this stuff. I mean, not just Baltimore. I'm traveling up and down the country now, so it's like that's a huge.
I see the itinerary, bro. I told you. I told you.
I gotta.
Flyer miles racking up now.
I gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out to my booking man, 418 booking, Minister Brown over there, man. He been keeping me busy, even when I'm complaining, keeping me busy. So shout out to him, man.
Busy is always good.
Yes, sir.
And the last time that you were on, and gosh, I guess it's been about 2 years since the last time, because we were definitely in the old spot. You touched a little bit on your addiction and how you overcame and persevered. For those that are new,
Okay.
talk a little bit.
Well, to date, I believe it's about 5 years now, as far as being sober of alcohol.
Congratulations.
And thank you, appreciate it. And as far as the other addiction, I tell people this all the time. I was in and out of mental hospitals since the age of 15. And basically, I have a lot of cuts on my arm because I was very bad at it. But I used to try to cut myself and kill myself, basically. And I remember the last time I cut myself, it split open so far that pretty much that mark on my arm is permanent because they couldn't fully heal itself, so it never pulled the skin back together. But I just remember seeing so much blood gush out, and I was just like, once I sat down and the liquor calmed down to me, I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is crazy. But, to God be the glory. That's all I can say.
So was that the turning point when you said, what is this that I'm doing? Or
for the cutting, yeah.
Okay.
For the cutting, yeah. Because I suffer from, I have ADHD, and I have bipolar depression, and both of those are just a terrible combination.
Yes.
So a lot of my friends, and they understand when I get depressed, and shout out to Team 418, because, you got to have people around you that just keeps you lifted. And man, it's just crazy, man. That's just nothing but a blessing.
Who is Team 418?
Team 418 is my crew.
I mean, name-wise, shout them out.
I don't want to shout them out. Some of them like being in the shadows. But all right, they're gonna kill me. But we on Facebook Live anyway. So shout out to Mr. Brown for 418 bookings, Joe Sanderson, my assistant, Robert Gary Lee of Surrendered Images Photography, my personal photographer. Leisha, my treasurer. I mean, shout out to all the team, man. I can't really name. We're just growing, man. It's just growing, and it's a blessing. There's too many of them to name.
It's good. It's good that they want to play the background, but sometimes it's definitely good to to let people know that you have that team behind you and let them know.
Just know every time I go somewhere, I'm not by myself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that's a blessing in itself.
Oh, yes. So what was your connection to, or is there a connection to your past addictions or your negatives that led you to do the type of rap that you do? Were you already in the industry and you were going through these things, or that made you get into the industry?
Actually, I was already in it. I've always known who I am as an artist, Tornado 418. I just wasn't serious. I mean, I regret this to this day. I went to a church to perform, and before I went to the church, I took a fifth of vodka because I said I need to drink to go be around these people, blah, blah, blah. To this day, I regret. Thank God I made the connection with them again, but man, it's definitely a connection.
So what scripture is 418?
Luke. It says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, recovery of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed.
Gotcha. Yes. You got to know that. You got to know that. Okay, so like when people hear Christian rap that are in the church, do they embrace it first, or do they are hesitant because they don't know what you're going to say out of your mouth?
Depends on where you're at.
Okay.
I've definitely been in some places where as though I've actually been around some places where as though it just wasn't non-receptive at all, and then I've been in some places where as though I took the roof off the place, so it just varies. It varies.
It varies. Where do you want to go?
Well, right now I want to crack Billboard.
Is it a lot of you?
Is it
in your genre?
Oh yeah. I mean,
here.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Big Bro Russ Shanks, who y'all heard on Fire, and AJ the Voice, who y'all heard on Get Up. And
I was going to ask you how AJ was doing.
Oh, he's doing good. I can't open my mouth anymore about that. So August 25th. Yeah, he's doing good. True Soldier. I mean, it's a bunch of us, man. Like I was just talking to my man DK, who's down in the DC area. So it's like, it's a whole lot of us.
It's a whole lot. So just because you're a Christian doesn't mean. Let me back that up. You are in an industry where it's filled with light and darkness. How is it how do you adapt, or how comfortable are you in some of the spaces that you have to play in?
I put it this way: when I came in here today, we heard secular music. If I was uncomfortable, trust to believe, I would have just canceled the interview.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm supposed to be uncomfortable. I don't even know if it's gonna come out right, but that's my area. I'm supposed to be in everywhere. It's like you can't just limit a Christian artist to Christianity. Right. They gotta go, and I mean, I just haven't done clubs because of certain situations, but that's where we are. We're all over the place. You just don't see it now, but we're all over the place.
So when she touched on your beginning in rap, were you a secular rapper, or have you always done it?
I attempted to be a secular rapper, but I kept talking about God. So somebody was like, you need to just be a gospel artist. Right.
You need to go with God.
You never heard me talking about anything crazy. I just kept talking about God. That's all I kept talking about. But at the time, I didn't know just what that was at the time, or who he was at the time. So that's how that came about.
So with you dealing with your mental disorders, how does that affect your writing?
It affects me a lot. I mean, because let's just put it this way. If I come across an artist, and don't get me wrong, everybody takes constructive criticism. You come across an artist and they tell you, man, you got this, you got that, but you need to step this up. You need to step that up. As a guy with this disability, put you in that position of like, man, what thought I was doing it all right, and then it makes you get into that depression state of mind, and then you tend to lose your mind. I'm not gonna lie to you, a couple months ago I was ready to kill myself. A couple months ago, I mean, just along the line I was ready to kill myself because I was so filled with dealing with so many people turning their back on me and everything else, and this is in the Christianity world. So it's like I was
very prevalent.
Extremely, yes. So I was ready to let go. I started saying to myself, like, is this what God got for me? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing, man? I need to try to find a way out. And for a minute, that liquor started sounding really good. I had a couple $1,000 in pocket. Man, I can go get me something real quick and just say the hell with it. But I've always told myself I will never touch a bottle of liquor again. Mainly because until I can control it. But then I realized, you know what? You don't need to touch it, period. Because I felt like that's a slap in the face when I told God I wouldn't do it no more.
So when you get to that space where you feel like you're ready to go that route, what is it that brings you out? Do you drop and pray? I pray. Turn to your team?
I pray. Team 418. I'm gonna tell you about 2 months ago. Team 418. My mom, my pastor. Shout out to Pastor Michael Parker II. They all had an intervention with me on separate occasions, and they was like, They said, you got so many blessings going on in your life, yet all you see is death. They say you need to get it together and stuff like that. So I literally would listen to some of my new songs and be like, man, I literally am just talking about death and how I'm ready to kill myself. There was a point in time I was ready to go on stage. Like my team told me, they said, and if anybody checks my old footage, if I did do some, actually I stopped doing it. That was one thing that happened. And then there was a time my team was like, to wear your jewelry, like you said when you saw me today, the glasses, you knew that was Tornado. There was a time I was going to the events and I didn't even want to put on my jewelry. I didn't want to put on my glasses. I didn't even want to wear the hat. I was just like, look, let me go up here, do this and get it over with. Because, when you got so many people turning against you, especially in the gospel industry, and then instead of getting to know you as a person, and just assuming things, that just hurts you to the core, and then it makes you question just who I can trust. And then at that point in time, I just didn't know who I can trust. But like the word say, let your enemies be your footstool. And once I finally got my head together, I started noticing the blessings coming around.
Oh, that's crazy.
So we must keep him in prayer.
All the time.
All the time.
It's an everyday
all
battle.
The time.
It's an everyday struggle.
One day at a time. One day at a time. And know that things that are successful, things that are great, it's always a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the story. Mm-hmm. So you're on the path to total success. You are your best motivator.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're looking for it from the outside, the Christians might not necessarily accept it. You just have to look within.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you need is within.
Yep. Like my team told me, they say you're your own worst enemy.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Stop doing it.
I know. Appreciate that.
We tend to be that way sometimes. Our biggest enemy, our biggest critics.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
I remember going into a cut in my apartment, and when an artist said to me, you need to step this up. You need to step that. I remember going into there, and I would bump my music all day long, and then I would sit there and I just started throwing my phone, and I don't want to hear nothing they got to do with this. I don't want to hear nothing they got to do with that, and I would just go into total shutdown mode. And it's a terrible place to be. A terrible place to be.
It sounds easy to say don't go there.
Yeah, it sounds very easy, but you got to wait until you get there.
Right.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. That's why my new project is called Covered Michael's Journey, because with this whole project, I'm taking you on a journey, and hopefully by the end, somebody gets blessed by it, by exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
Great segue.
Yes.
Great segue. We just heard 2 new joints off of the project. You want to talk about the project a little bit?
Yeah. Covered Michael's Journey is the second studio album by Tornado 418. Shout out to Team 418. Shout out to Exit Management Group. Shout out to Shakana. It's just so many people involved with this joint. And the goal with this project, even though I have another project out, that project wasn't released online. This will be my first project being released online everywhere. This will be my first project that we are actually trying to crack Billboard. And in order to crack Billboard, we got to sell 450 copies in a week. And we may not be number one, but we will be on the charts. And that'll, that's an accomplishment for me. So that's our goal there, man. But it's crazy. The process we done had to go through is crazy.
I think that would be groundbreaking as far as Christian rappers from this area. If you guys were able to crack Billboard, that would be huge.
I don't even say if, I say when.
Okay.
When,
I speak it. Exactly. I know I'm confident that I have a strong enough fan base that when I drop this project, even if I don't sell them all to the release part, I know that within that week, because I got till September 1st after August 25th to sell 450. I guarantee you. I'm cracking Billboard.
You got it.
I guarantee you. I may sell more,
you're gonna speak it,
but I guarantee you I'm going to crack Billboard.
So as an artist,
that's not the only way in, though.
No.
Yeah,
that's not the only way to crack it, though.
I know.
You can pay Diamond K and he can get you top.
Trust me, I just want to prove. I want to prove to myself with this selling 450 in a week. Like when you get to that place of like, man, I really don't have any supporters. I really don't, and then it's times like this, like I went almost a month and a half and didn't sell any like merchandise or anything like that as an artist, even though my team is like, you did something at this event, you did something at this event. But when you're in a business where all they care about is numbers, I didn't do nothing. If you don't go to an event and sell something, that's pretty much considered a loss on my own part. So
So, as an artist who has dabbled in dab and have not recorded anything, but what would be your advice to somebody who wants to transition from secular
to Christian hip hop?
Yes.
There's really no advice I could give you. With me, it just happened. I remember going into a church, and I mean, it all starts with with you. Like, I'm pretty sure there are Christian hip hop artists out there that aren't saved yet. I'm pretty sure.
Because I've been ducking my pace out for like.
I'm pretty sure. But
8 months.
I know who my Lord and Savior is, which is Jesus the Christ, and I accept him as my Lord and Savior. So therefore, I just roll with it. But I've had a lot of people behind me, so I really couldn't give you too much advice on that notion as far as how to transition.
So you haven't brought anybody over yet. You haven't.
I may have and not even realize
not
it.
Realize it.
I may have
not
it.
known.
My job when I show up at these events, I go minister, and then when I sell my merchandise, if somebody gets saved that night, then hey, cool. I knew I had something to do with that, but I don't necessarily I just go in and do what I feel God told me to do.
For her question, I don't think that advice can come from anybody else. I think that has to be something that you find in yourself when you just get to a point where, like he said, even though he was quote unquote secular rapping, all he was talking about was God. So in a sense, he was a Christian, quote unquote gospel rapper all along, but he was just trying to do it in the secular world. So he just,
it's just like a gang member, and now not being a gang member, it just happens. You just
Exactly. You just wake up one day and decide I don't
want to do this anymore.
That's nice. So let's talk about this event that you have coming up next week.
I got to talk about two of them. But man, I need everybody. Come on out, man, if you're able. 6019 Belgrove Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21225. Friday, August 25th. Doors open at 6:30. And it's my first album release party. Tornado 418's Covered Michael's Journey. And do not forget. Well, you got that look on your face.
I'm thinking of Belgrove.
Me too.
It's Pumphrey.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Pumphrey. Yes, a little town called Pumphrey. It's near. If you type in Community Baptist Church or type in St. John United Methodist Church, St. John is where it's at. You'll know exactly where it's at. So you type that in, you'll run right into it. But yeah, get there early, man, because I'm on Tyler Perry time. If the event's supposed to start at 7, the first group will be on at 7:00. So be there early, and I would love to see everybody, all my supporters. If you can't get in a building because it's packed, come get that CD anyway and just enjoy yourself. But if not, come out the next day, 5858 Belgrove Road, for the Back to School Bash 2K17. You got a number. I managed to get together a lot of churches in the area, and we're putting on a great free concert for the community and the surrounding communities. I mean, you got performances from my man Russ, and he's going to be at my album release party as well. My homeboy Dre T coming from Kansas City. So many cats, man. Body of Evidence from DC. Gospel Go-Go Band's going to be in the house. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Gospel Go-Go. Gospel Go-Go. I mean,
wow.
Body of Evidence, man. When I did the Back to School Bash, I say, yeah, Body of Evidence. I got to get them. I don't know. I may not know any other gospel go-go bands. I might, but then again, I may not. But trust me, they're going to be in the house Saturday, August 26th. But Friday, August 25th is the priority one right now. But just make sure y'all come out both nights, man. It's going to be an awesome time.
That's what's up. I salute you, man, because from the very first time that we met, and you were so transparent and willing to tell the things that you went through in order to get to where you are, where you were at that time, and now just to see you again a couple of years later. I mean, we connect on social media all the time, but this is like our first face-to-face since then, and I definitely can see that you've grown as a man, and obviously from the music that I've heard, you're still growing as an artist. You have my man Decoy over there rocking with the scrunch face, so you definitely doing your thing with the music, man. But it's good to see a young brother, man, that despite the obstacles that you've been through and are still going through, that you're still staying true to yourself and you're still fighting the fight, man. I definitely salute you for that, bro.
Appreciate that. Go get fire. Go get the single until the new album come out.
So let everybody know. You want to spit something for us?
Spit something? I had a feeling that was coming. Yeah.
MC is an MC regardless of the genre, right?
Yeah.
Give us a little fire.
A little fire. All right, let me No, I ain't gonna give you five. Oh my goodness, y'all put me on the spot.
That's what we do.
I gotta be
That's what we do. Bars on deck.
All right, here we go. I keep on coming. They say I'm on to something. My music keep them jumping like Acme. I stay bumping. I'm ready for war. Praise the Lord. I've been sworn to attack on sight with my double-edged sword. This is ministry related, so I feel obligated to navigate you through the scriptures because the Father is waiting. Ooh, I feel the Spirit steaming off of these lyrics like I'm down at the cross and grab a piece of his cloth. I'm out here reaching the lost. Just hope I'm pleasing the boss, because if not, then let me choke up like I block my exhaust. My motivation is sick when it's time to represent. And Luke 4:18 is what gives me my fix. Now check it. I'm always ready, even when folks are petty and want to stir up some trouble when your life is unsteady. Hey yo, my flow is deadly like a serial killer. When called, I break fast like some serial killer. This is a new me, no longer feeling familiar. My mind is aimed and cocked to squeeze my lyrical trigger. I'm a force to be reckoned with, so pardon my penmanship. I see the seal of approval all over my membership. Yeah, you can't stop me. I give them all that I got like I'm rocking. My praise comes out so smooth, most think I'm cocky. And no matter what you do, I'll just prove that you can't stop me.
Yes.
I like to see people sitting there for a second like they ain't ready, and then they just get into that zone.
Right.
And that break fast serial killer, y'all gonna catch up.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all get that on after the commercial break.
Appreciate
Let
that.
everybody know how they can contact you, man.
Oh man, continue to follow me everywhere. Just go to www.tornado418.com. It's still under construction, but go there. You can find all my sites and everything else where you can find me. But also, if you want to connect with me on my personal page until I max out on friends, hit me up at Michael. Hit me up at the Michael Tornado. But please like my Facebook page, Tornado 418. That's Tornado and 418 like the time. Go get that single fire. And the album release party, I'm getting ready to go overboard. The album release party is next week, next Friday, August 25th. Doors open at 6:30. That's when y'all better be there. Y'all be lines wrapped around the building when Jay-Z and them in town. I want to see y'all wrapped around the building at this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Be wrapped around. Come out and support your local artists, man. Come out and support your local artists. Friday, August 25th, 6:30 doors open. And Saturday, August 26th, 12 to 5 p.m. Yeah.
And shout out to my man AJ. I was actually hoping that he came up here with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say Friday, August 20th. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I appreciate y'all for having me on. It's an honor, and I can't wait to see y'all again, man. God bless you.
Salute you, bro. We appreciate you, man. Let's give it up for my man. In the building. We're gonna take another quick break, and then Kobe will be in the building. My man Decoy. This is Baltimore Flava Radio, radioonfire.com. Come here, Noodles. Come here, Noodles.